Hi guys, Lady Random here and welcome back to the Simpletons SMP server. Okay, so last episode we were busy upgrading our completely awesome airship from Desert Rat, just over there. Amazing. I love my airship. I may take it out for a nice cruise later. But there's a couple of things I kind of wanted to cover today. So, from the previous episode, you might recall that Desert Rat actually made us summon Kitty and a summon puppy thing from Silent Gems, and we ended up, we get fish cake and we got cheeseburger. So I kind of thought, because they're actually reasonably simple to make, I thought I would show you how those are made. So let's just go to here. So summon, not sun, summon. So we've got summon puppy. So for that you need sort of any gem, you need a rawhide bone, and you need a pork chop or some meat or something similar. So why don't we head over to our kitchen very quickly, and we'll just go and grab ourselves a little bit of meat. So we only need the one. What have we got loads of? We've got loads of chicken. So let's take a chicken. And let's do that with that. So as you saw there, so it is chicken, a gem and a rawhide bone. Now the rawhide bone is actually quite easy. You just need leather. So it's not like we're short on leather. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And a bone. Not again like we are particularly short on bones. And if we just get ourselves a gem of some sort. What have we got? Lots of. That's be careful not to take all of our good stuff. What have we got? You're a D, aren't you? We'll take you. In fact, let's grab a couple. So we can then make the rawhide bone like so. And that is awesome. We just pop those back in there, to be fair. Then we can make this here. So to be fair, it doesn't really matter what we use. We can just put any gem into that, and there we go. We get our summon puppy, which is really cool. And we do actually need, I'm going to put that back. So we need to make the summon kitty. So any gem, yet again, you need a yarn ball and you need a fish of some sort. So let's see what we've actually got in here. So we have got fish in there. So we need any gem. We've got gems, and the yarn ball is basically string around a shard. So that's fine. We'll pop this into here. We'll grab ourselves some shards. We need some string. So if we do that like so, and then click to get some string. Ooh. We need strings. We need strings. I'll try and remember how to make string with our fluffy blocks. Let's just take those out for the moment and put... is it like so? Is it 2? How do I make string? Wow, this is really bad. String. 2 fluffy puffs there. Okay. So that's going to give us 2 more string. We've got fluffy block that I think we can break down, maybe. Let's see whether that works. Can we break that down into fluffy puffs? Like so, and that'll give us a bunch of string. Cool. 2, 3, 4. That's 8 of those. Pop that back into there. 1 little shard. We'll pop that back into there, and that gives us our yarn ball. And then we just need a gem of some sort. So let's grab one of our grade Ds again, our yarn ball, and our fish. Just take one of those, that's absolutely fine. I'm not too worried about that. And that gives us our summon kitty. Awesome. So that now means that we can actually I said you've seen them work before. We can summon a cat. We can summon a puppy, which is very sweet. Very sweet. So I'm just going to pop those just back into here for the moment because I'm kind of not going to summon any more for the time being until we've kind of like got a bit more of a home built for them, because I need to kind of like maybe build fish cake basket, which would be quite cool, and some dog beds. I don't know whether you can make dog beds. No, you can make hot dogs. I don't really want to be making hot dogs. Or I'll just have to get beds that I will sit them all on. I can have actually proper beds or something like that. But yeah, so that is the summon kitty, etc, etc. Now, one of the things that I had an absolute abundance of with Pam's, and this is kind of going back to something that I might consider doing as a build while we can. But I had an absolute abundance of coffee beans, and we've still got that because we've got our 10-10-10 coffee plants out in the farm. So I've made coffee because I love coffee. So we can make either the Pam's coffee, which is basically just using the pot and some coffee beans, which is cool. You can also make this, which is coffee con leche, or lech, which is coffee with milk. So with that you need some ground cinnamon, which we've got our cinnamon bark. That's great. We get the espresso from Pam's, which is coffee beans and sugar, which is great, or honey. We haven't got any honey yet with our bees, but that's fine. So we can make espressos as well. Easy peasy. And also for that then you need milk. So we've got our jar of milk, which is cool, but we can also make soy milk, because let's think about this. You know, if we're going to do a coffee shop, you're going to have people that can't have milk, so you need to be able to make a latte or something like that, or a coffee con leche or lech with soy milk. So with that's actually quite cool, because we already have the silken tofu that we started making with our beans, and we have our centrifugal separator, and what that then does is give us firm tofu and it gives us soy milk. So I kind of thought we could do some of that and just have a little bit of an experiment with the different types of coffee that we can make. So let's go and see very quickly. First of all, I'm going to go and grab us some chicken manure from hatchery, which I hope will work on the trees. It may or may not work on the trees, I don't know. We'll pop over to our cinnamon tree and go and get ourselves some cinnamon bark. Hi. So let's get what we can. So we can get 4 bits off of there anyway, which is cool. And let's just use... Oh, it does. Awesome. That is good news. That is good news. So we can use the chicken manure. Oh, let's give us some extra as well. Where did you go? Awesome. And then, of course, we need soybeans. Now, I think... Is this actually doing anything? Other than just looking a bit weird. I'm not sure that it is. Yeah, loads of coffee, as you can see. So we can gather up some soybeans here. We'll leave that one growing. And I think... Did I plant a soybean plant? I did. Awesome. So what I can do is just run through this and just get us a bunch of soybeans, which will help with the old centrifugal separator process, because that gives us a bunch more. And in here I've put down a ground trap, and I was using the grain bait that we actually get from as a result from the centrifugal separator when we are separating the soybeans to make the silken tofu and that for making butter and all that sort of a lovely stuff. So that's going to give us a whole bunch more. So we're going to get duck, we're going to get chicken, we're going to get bone, we're going to get more leather, and we're going to get turkey and beef, and we get eggs and stuff like that as well. So that's quite cool. So we just stick our eggs straight into there. And we'll pop a stack of our soybeans into the centrifugal separator, and you just see there, we'll just do a quick reminder. I won't take them all, to be fair. Let's take some of those out. So yeah, you can kind of see how that's the thing. So you get your silken tofu and you get your grain bait. So I've gathered a load of that there. So let's just take these out. We don't need them in there for the moment. So what we can actually do now is put the silken tofu back into the centrifugal separator, like so. And what that will do is then spin. Now I don't know whether we get soy milk every single time. It might be oh no, we do. Okay, so we get a firm tofu and we get soy milk. So we can let that run for a second. We'll pop away the feathers and bones and leather and all that lovely stuff. So we need to make ground cinnamon. So for that we need the cinnamon, and we need a pestle and mortar for that. So let's just gather a couple of those. So we've got some. Let that run for a bit. So if we go through to our kitchen, we may already have some ground spices. Did we make ground cinnamon? We did not. Okay, well, now's the time to make some ground cinnamon. I think we must have used it all up when we were making all the gingerbread and things like that. So you basically put your cinnamon and your mortar and pestle, and you can just do that in your own 2x2 crafting grid, and that gives you beautiful ground cinnamon, which is fabby. I think we've probably got, oops, no, not ground cinnamon in there. That's supposed to go up there. So we've got 14 of those. I think we've got some sugar. Yep. A load of sugar. Let's grab ourselves a bunch of coffee beans. And first of all, what we'll do is we'll make ourselves some espresso. So that is literally just soybeans and sugar. That gives us espresso. We can then have a look at this coffee con leche. So we need ground cinnamon, we need espresso, and we need soy milk. So I know we've only got a couple of soy milk, but we can put those in there like so, and a couple of cinnamon, and that gives us our coffee con leche. So why don't we just grab a few more sugars, just so we can make some espresso. So we've got the full kind of variety of things available to us. So that's cool. These cups of coffee here, as you already know, we can get those from the bunnies, which is very cool. So yeah, over in our animal field here now, we could make ourselves hi, you gonna give me some coffee? Ooh, no, that's one thing I do need to remember when collecting these, to put my potatoes away. Because if I don't put my potatoes away, what ends up happening is that when the bunnies... Oh, hello, did you escape? Did you escape, bunny? Come back. I think you might have done. You're running away from me, aren't you? Come on, come back. Come back, bunny. Well, this does mean probably we'll find like random coffee drops around the base every now and again, which is that's never a bad thing. That's never a bad thing. We can live with that. I really do need to finish clearing all of this long grass away. But yeah, don't know whether they're gonna. Are you gonna drop me some coffee? Ah, so that's how you're getting out. That's how you're getting out. I see you. I see where this is going. Okay, so we might need to dig our bunnies down a level, mightn't we? Do we think? What do you reckon, bunny? Do you reckon? Let's go and grab a couple of carrots quickly. Because we have escapee bunnies. So yeah, I made it out. That's just given us one. Well, that's no good, is it? Carrots. Do we have any more carrots? Let's just put our tofu in there for the moment. We do not. We do not appear to have more carrots. Okay. Well, let's see if we can tempt said bunnies back over. Hi, bunny. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So you're dropping coffee. You're back in here, which is amazing. Trying to win. Bunny, come on. No, that's not going to happen, is it? That is not going to happen. But yeah. So anyway, there we go. We've just proved a point there that bunnies drop coffee. So yeah, I may well build another rudimentary bunny coffee machine in the kitchen that we can use to collect those. And that was really simple to put together, to be fair. So yeah, I can cope with that. I think I can cope with that. So let's pop those into there. We'll pop our cinnamon into there as well. We'll get rid of our meat products into here. And we'll stick some coffee beans just back into there, like so. So the other thing that we've actually got, and have we got carrots in here? We have. There we go, carrots. You can go in there. So the other thing that we could make, obviously, you know, if it's a coffee shop, we're going to need to make cake. So we have got coffee cupcakes, which should be relatively easy to make. So with that, we can use the silken tofu there to make the heavy cream. We can use coffee beans. We've got sugar, batter. We should be able to make that if we haven't already got some batter. I wonder, do we have batter in our fridge still, or did we use all of our batter up while we were making all of the cakes and things? I think we might have used it all up. Looking at this, but yeah, so we can make coffee cupcakes and things like that. So let's have a look at the other cakes that we potentially could make. So we could make a normal cake. We've got cheesecakes, you've got carrot cakes, you've got cherry cheesecakes, chocolate sprinkles cakes, we've got holiday cake, pineapple upside down, ooh, pineapple upside down cake, pumpkin cheesecake, red velvet cake, one of my favourites. Rice cakes if you're feeling really healthy. Potato cakes, I like them. And we have pancakes, lemon drizzle cake. So there's actually a whole variety of things that we can make, and I don't know whether you can actually put no, you don't really have any trays or anything like that. I'm just wondering whether you can put other things into the fruit basket that isn't fruit, and we could arrange our cakes in that. So yeah, that was kind of my thought. Coffee shop, because why not? Now we could do one or two things. We could do kind of like a Starbucks type coffee shop, or if you're in the UK, I don't know whether you have them anywhere else, but we have Costa in the UK is another coffee shop, and Caffiene and places like that. I know there are a gazillion coffee shops around the world, but probably Starbucks is the most well known. But we have Simpleton box. That just sounds stupid though, doesn't it? But hey, but yeah, but that's a thought. So yeah, that might be my build. That'll do. So I think what I'll probably do between now and the next episode is pop out, have a little bit of a look around for a suitable location in the Tradex where we can put together some form of coffee shop. Hopefully we'll have time to build it. I mean, it's more just because the fact I like building and I like kind of designing things, you know, whether or not it gets used, you know, am I too worried about that? Not particularly, but I just think it'd be kind of cool to have sort of to use kind of the Pam's stuff and the cooking for blockheads and all of our trade bits and pieces to get some builds done and actually kind of maximise the use of that. Failing that, I don't know, we may have a new pack that we might start playing at some point. Simple Life 3 will be, well, it's still in dev mode, but hopefully there'll be an alpha on that coming out in the not too distant future, so that can be good fun. However, there are a lot of changes to the cooking there, which will make it quite difficult. So if we have another pack which has cooking for blockheads and Pams and stuff like that in it, we can always build it in that if we don't get an opportunity to finish it in this particular pack. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. But for now, guys, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we shall see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.